Hello, I am that guy who sucks at Call of Duty, bringing you guys yet another commentary, and I guess this will be my last serious commentary for now. I don't want to say for a while or for the next couple of games. I'm not really sure when I will post up my next, super serious commentary. And in all honesty, I can never really pinpoint when my mood swings come and go. And when I say mood swings, I mean sometimes I'll be in a mood where I'm kind of not sad, but just I'm gonna use a real big term on you guys. There's a term called malaise. It's a French word, and it sounds like sophisticated and everything, but it just means a general sense of discomfort. Like nothing's really wrong. I don't feel good. Like there's nothing. I don't feel bad. I just don't feel good, and I'm not in the right frame of mind to record a commentary. Other times I'll be ready and raring to go and just have a ton of fun recording. And other times, like right now, I look forward to recording, but I kind of want to talk about something serious. And in terms of serious, it doesn't get much more serious than religion. And I'm just gonna the reason I felt like talking about this is not to be controversial. I'm not that guy. I hope to prove to you guys time and time again that I'm not that guy that just says controversial things, does controversial things just for the sake of getting, them YouTube views and that YouTube famous and that YouTube money. That's not me. Let me tell you what gave me the idea of making this commentary. First off, whenever anybody asks me what I am, people expect a one-word answer like, oh, I'm Christian, or I'm Catholic, or I'm a Muslim, or I'm Jewish. They never really expect to hear agnostic atheists. And I guess that comes from a place of ignorance. And I don't mean that offensively. I mean that in terms of they literally do not know. They are ignorant of what those terms mean. And ignorance in and of itself is not bad. There's a very easy way to solve ignorance. You just teach someone. And whether or not they choose to remain ignorant in the face of what you've taught them, that's when people start getting mad. So, I guess what happens is that I have this one friend, and I'm not going to name names, but I have this one friend, and he's a very close friend, and I value his opinion a lot, and I'm very close to this guy. And every time he has a pressing issue, or every time he's in like a rough spot, he'll always, he'll tell his friends, I want you to pray for me. And he'll tell his loved ones, just please pray for me. And whenever he talks to me, he says, I don't know if you believe in this, or I don't know if you worship the sun and the stars, but just please pray for me. And I never really understood why he had to word it like that. And it didn't offend me. It just got me to thinking, maybe the reason people kind of freak out when I tell them I'm an agnostic atheist is because they're kind of unfamiliar with what that means. So, let me tell you guys. I will tell you guys. And I will begin with a quote from another very good friend of mine. I am open to the concept of religion. I am just not convinced by it. And that sums up agnosticism very, very well. Now, you can wonder, how does that tie into atheism? Like, agnosticism and atheism are two things that are difficult to understand on their own. And now I'm just combining the two to form my belief system. But Let me put it to you this way, guys. I'll try and be as simple as possible in explaining this. I personally do not believe that a God exists. But since I cannot prove that, I am not going to take it as a fact. There's a huge difference between facts and beliefs. And let me put it to you this way. In my life, I have come across some things that could be perceived as miracles. I have come across some amazing things and some horrible things. But none of that has ever led me to the reasoning that this has been the result of a higher power. It all comes down to I can find a literal, earthbound, scientific reason for basically everything that has ever happened to me. So, because I am not convinced and have never been convinced of an otherworldly power, I choose to believe that a God does not exist. Now, the common defense of that, you know, the whole it's a very circular argument. I can't prove that God exists. You can't prove. Let me. It's a very circular argument. You cannot prove that God exists, and yet I cannot prove that he does not exist. So I choose to believe that he does not exist. I choose to believe he does not exist, just like you choose to believe that he does exist. But since I cannot prove that he does not exist, that leads me to thinking that maybe he exists. I'm not going to say definitively God does not exist, because I cannot prove that. I'm just going to say, in my personal belief system, I do not believe he exists, although I cannot prove it. And I really hope I'm not confusing you guys too much. It's something that's so much. It's something that just feels right to me, and like maybe it confuses you, and I guess it confuses me sometimes. Like at the very start, when I was kind of shifting away from one belief system to this agnostic atheist belief system, it really confused me, and I had some tough times coming to grips with myself and what I believe in. But I guess what I'm trying to tell you guys is that it's okay to believe in something that you don't fully understand, and it's okay to not believe in something that you don't fully understand. And I guess it all comes back to religious tolerance, and that to truly be religiously tolerant, you have to also take into account that there will be people that either don't believe in a higher power at all, or believe that there might be some form of higher power out there. And I guess I just wanted to define what I believe in order to try and bring you guys kind of like a difference of opinions. And if you want to have like a religious debate, I know how quickly and how viciously those can spiral into these giant flame wars. And so I guess what I'm going to try and do, I guess the goal of this commentary is to describe my mentality, which most people kind of consider controversial, and then do my best to defend it in a way that doesn't knock your religion, because I'm not knocking your religion.